Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is your Oliver, a fantastic introduction to today's video. One thing up front, I am not providing financial or investment advice. I am just showing you where the journey is heading, namely distributed ledger technology, decentralized blockchain, finance. I just need to add a few more words here. I often discuss in detail about how such things take a little bit more time, and today I will definitely show you. And I hope you follow me, stay with me until the end, and really watch the credits, with an open mind to see how big this all will become. But I have discovered a few things and I would like to delve into them as I find them extremely bullish. And let's dive right in because this is a Ripple XRP video. I would like to start with the homepage of Ripple. And here, as you can clearly see, we indeed see the conveyor belts in operation, both with the listing of the partnerships. And here we see the Saudi Arabian bank located in Modular Honor Freak for Africa. Here we see the DZ Bank located in Berlin, which is the central bank of the Ars Peoples and Raiffeisen banks, a significant financial institution. We see everyday aspects coming into the picture here that are responsible for the tokenization of real-world assets. And then immediately BBVA, a well-known Spanish major bank, and that's exactly what it's about now. And here I will show you connections on USAND. I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but perhaps there is a lot to support it, even though we will never know everything immediately. It takes time. Banks are cautious. It's about money, and when it comes to money, every friendship ends. But then I come across a post that I discovered today with this important headline: Visa partners with the major Spanish banking giant BBVA for the 2025 stablecoin launch, a post from the Digital Pound Foundation highlighting this initiative. BBVA, the renowned Spanish banking giant, is strategically preparing to enter the stablecoin market and plans to launch its own innovative digital asset in the year 2025 in collaboration with Visa, supported by the financial sector. In 2021, according to Francisco Maroto, the head of the Digital Assets and Blockchain Department at BBVA, the bank is currently participating in a new Visa program aimed at supporting companies in the development of their own tokenized assets. Maroto revealed in an interview with Fortune that the project is currently in the sandbox phase and is expected to transition into the prototype phase and live activity within the next year. Well, perhaps some are now wondering how BBVA is working with Visa. And what about XRP, since Visa does not have its own blockchain? Visa is a financial service provider, and I always ask to keep this in mind when it comes to BBVA's own stablecoin. It will be used for internal purposes, not for conducting cross-border transactions or any transactions at all, as BBVA does not have its own blockchain, just like Visa. Do you understand now where this is going? But they are partnered with Ripple. All right, then let's check out XRP drops. Ripple partner Visa calls for a new era of tokenization with its Visa Tokenized Asset Platform, VTAP, specifically designed for banks to bring fiat currencies onto the chain and more. Visa is aware of its important role in shaping global standards. Here is a small excerpt from an interview.
There are also big questions around rules and standards for how these products should function. We've seen banks test and experiment with tokenized deposits and stablecoins. Fragmentedly, banks are writing their own smart contracts. One bank's product looks very different from another, and so I think there's a significant role for Visa to play in creating global standards and enabling a platform where banks can issue products that can then interact with each other because they are built upon the same rules and standards using the VTAP system.
So is VTAP going to be within the US, or are you expanding to other global jurisdictions?
Technology enabler. Check, which serves as a vital and integral part of the system.
The good man just said that they are indeed currently working on the fact that various different banks have different systems, different stable coins, and that Visa is working to connect all of this globally and then also to tokenize it. Well, if no bank buys or accepts any stablecoins from another bank here, then they will most likely have to be exchanged or swapped in this scenario. They are all, of course, tied to some currency, such as the dollar bag, for example, but they also need to be exchanged there. Now let's move on to a post from Million Heads Up XRP. It could be that maybe it's simply a matter of pure coincidence. In this particular post, he specifically addresses this particular article from the well-known publication Ledger Insights. BBVA Switzerland adds support for the USDC stablecoin and related financial services. Now, you might think that USDC is not real USD, but it is from the 3rd from September 24. It's much more about this paragraph. At the end of last year, BBVA Switzerland migrated its custody of digital assets to the harmonized platform of Trommelwirt Ripple Metaco, which is now owned by Ripple. In June, the Turkish branch of BBVA Guarantee, BBVA Digital Assets, launched its wallet, which currently supports trading in Bitcoin, Ether, USDC and AVEX, as well as the custody of Chilis, the coin associated with the Fanta platform Socios. Okay, BBVA Switzerland, BBVA 2001 Turkey. Well, madness. It's madness. I don't know how old this photo is, but Crypto Barbie posted the following on it. XRP, handshake, Visa, handshake, BBVA. And here is a photo from an event. And here we see the red arrows. Here we have Visa with an existing relationship with the central banks. So they are also working with central banks, of course. Mastercard and Visa, Mastercard partners, Ripple Consensus, Fluency and Fireblocks, Visa partners, Microsoft AgriTokens, Snyler. Visa use case at the bottom, payments to Brazil. If you are experiencing any déjà vu regarding Brazil, it's quite fresh. Ripple is entering into a partnership with a cryptocurrency exchange from Brazil, USAND Mercado. Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in Brazil, is now also collaborating with Ripple. Can you still follow me? Feel free to take a breather. And if you're wondering where to find such cool clothes, so if you want cool clothes, I can give you a tip. The link is in the video description. Our CryptoClothing More shop. There you will find various logos, different clothes, and more. Back to the topic. So I didn't know how old this photo is with this reference to Brazil. However, I found something here that is already over 3 years old, and I will show it to you. Perhaps I will take you on a journey of discovery. Visa has recently completed the acquisition of its strategic RippleNet partner, CurrencyCloud. The deal is now sealed. Visa acquires the London-based payment service provider CurrencyCloud, is the payment ReZi next to join RippleNet. A report by Daniel Hopman from December 21, 2021. But what is much more interesting is this. What has been an open secret since July of this year is now official. The payment giant Visa has officially closed the deal today, December 21st, as of today. The recent acquisition of CurrencyCloud was announced. Both companies reported this in a joint press release. Okay. In total, they are paying $930 million. Approximately $930 million USD in the amount of for CurrencyCloud Visa in the acquisition of. Ripple paid $250 million for Metaco, but $930 million. Mind you, in the year 21, how much is that adjusted for inflation? How much money is it? How very important is CurrencyCloud? Indeed. Let's move on to the next piece of news, and that is from Coinborough. Please take a look at this. In July 21, CurrencyCloud entered into a partnership with Ripple to explore new mechanisms for efficient trade transfers worldwide, especially where regulations and restrictions limit the opportunities for SMEs, that is, small and medium-sized enterprises. So, in July, crypto. CurrencyCloud entered into a partnership with Ripple, and since July, it's known that Visa is buying it. No one can tell me that this is a coincidence, and no one can convince me that Visa didn't know about it, because in my opinion, they bought into this partnership. When such documents are signed, it is binding. But well, everyone can think what they want. Let's briefly go back to Visa. Volume of business report for 2023. It covers the period from October 1st, 2022 to September 30th, 2023. This is their fiscal year. Payment volume approximately $12.3 trillion, also 12.3 trillion. We have preceded transactions here. We have 212 billion pieces, and that's quite a lot of stuff. $12.3 trillion has been moved through credit card transactions. If Mastercard is also involved, we can double that amount. SWIFT, no idea. Let's just be surprised. As I said, it just takes time. And as long as the lawsuit with the sector is still ongoing, there will be no major announcements here. I am absolutely convinced of that. Let's move on to another partnership. Visa and Ripple. PYYPL is entering into a significant and strategic partnership to promote financial inclusion in MEXC. PYYPL and Visa are collaboratively joining forces to introduce and launch digital and physical prepaid Visa cards to facilitate financial inclusion in the MEA. The partnership seeks to effectively demonstrate and democratize financial services for 850 million smartphone users in a significant way to advance the digital economy. The integration of Ripple's blockchain indicates a shift towards secure and innovative payment services in the MEA. Now, let's move on. You probably thought about the Middle East and Africa, and now let's just take a look in greater detail at who belongs to that. Turkey, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Syria, the United Arab Emirates, Israel, Jordan, Palestine, Lebanon, Oman, Kuwait, Qatar, and so on and so forth. Of course, also all the African countries. Also, here is the mention of Brazil, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, etc. It just keeps getting bigger, and Ripple is definitely simply expanding its network with the partners. They are undoubtedly, of course, doing business with each other, and everything will be digital. And ask yourselves, who will play an important role here? Then I will stay on this topic regarding the ongoing partnership and collaboration between Ripple and PYYPL. This is from October 21st. Ripple is expanding its business in the Middle East. Cooperation partner PYYPL and 2001 said this is from 21 people. It is almost exactly 3 years old. But there is talk about the Qatar National Bank. But here is the paragraph highlighted in blue. However, in the latest project in the United Arab Emirates, Ripple's cryptocurrency XRP comes into play. Specifically, a payment channel to and from the Emirates is being established with the financial service provider PYYPL, according to a blog post. Oops! Are you perhaps having déjà vu about the United Arab Emirates? Not that old either. Miss Crypto. Ripple gets the green light from the United Arab Emirates. Ripple receives preliminary approval for a financial services license from the Dubai Financial Services Authority. Ripple can thereby unlock its regulated cross-border payment services such as Ripple Payments Direct in the United Arab Emirates. Part of the payment flow of RPD, which is a digital asset and cryptocurrency, is XRP, used in various transactions. XRP is transferred and converted by the payout partner into the target currency for distribution. The core function of XRP essentially serves as a crucial component in the financial ecosystem as a bridge. Who is a member of the BRICS? The United Arab Emirates, for example, Brazil, South Africa. XRP, no kidding, sorry about that. ISO 222. Let's do it. The United Arab Emirates have indeed abolished the value-added tax on all cryptocurrency and digital transfer transactions, a step that could potentially have significant implications for the global crypto ecosystem. This decision could potentially trigger a significant and strategic regulatory race among countries to pursue more crypto-friendly and impactful policies, as nations compete in the global market to attract blockchain and crypto innovations as they strive to lead. By creating an increasingly favorable environment for digital assets, the United Arab Emirates is significantly positioning itself as an internationally recognized hub for crypto-related activities. However, this shift could also intensify the ongoing debates about regulation and taxation in the field of cryptocurrencies, and potentially reshape the global financial dynamics in various sectors. Stay tuned for me as time goes on. In the next video, I will discuss how far we are in America regarding stablecoin and crypto regulation, as there is more to come. That's it for almost. No, wait, I just have one more. I still have one. I have to do it. Again, did you understand that? Where it's going? How big it will get? Also, these 4 billion people, this inclusion through smartphones, being able to conduct financial transactions there. I have pointed out dozens of times that half of the world's population has no access to traditional banking, meaning they do not have an account, but they do have smartphones. And we can see the developments of 2021 continuing in this area. And it takes time, folks, it takes time. I am an investor, I see the future, and I just think, okay, with so much money flowing through this, I don't believe XRP will stay at 0.53, right? Write your comments, your thoughts down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Help me grow it. And now, here are the treats to finish. Amanix. The Wu cycle has undoubtedly just begun. XRP, are you optimistic or not? And here he shows this chart and the two breakouts. And now we are back down there, and it could break out again. Personally, I believe that he will do it. Why? Because he can. I sincerely wish you all the best and stay healthy. It is the highest good. We will see each other in the next video. I wish you a good time and just enjoy the credits. Let it sink in how big this can become. Ciao, friends.
Hold XRP. Mike's Ripples is the choice and wants to lead the new global payment system and a US XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payment options. 2 years later, a federal payments task force formed. It included one company focused on crypto. In 2014, the World Bank, part of the Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, published a report, The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website. Ripple beats cash. The Alliance and UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals. For 2030, you can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, thousands of what crypto is officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution, XRP, by 2025 ISO 222. Who was the first ISO 222 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple, which has partnered with over 300 financial institutions like Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia. The largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America. Ripple, a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve, has hired a former employee managing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division. Ripple is leading Australia's CBDC effort and has brought on board 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys, 2 former advisors to Clinton and Obama, a former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany, a former business director at SWIFT, a former SWIFT board member, a former CFO of PayPal, a former head of the DTCC, a former chief business officer at Uber, a former VP of Amazon, and a former SEC chair for their legal team. Ripple, part of the Digital Pound Foundation, Dollar Project, Euro Association, Moja Loop, IMF's High-Level Advisory Board on FinTech, Hyperledger Blockchain, Open Payments, Faster Payments, Global Payment Steering, Cross-Border, International Association for Trusted Blockchain, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain, World Wide Web Consortium, and a partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team listed on the WEF website. Ripple. Now just Ripple and XRP sound like they're going to disappear, or do they sound like they're part of a much bigger plan? You decide.